Hey everyone, normally I save my shilling for the end of my videos, but currently I'm working with TeePublic to bring you some cool anime shirts at a reasonable price. I have curated some of my favorite designs from some of my favorite shows as well as some shows I'm currently watching. Each purchase goes to help support an independent artist and kicks back a bit of your purchase my way. Take a look and use code GIVEME20 for 25% off your order. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. Well, hey everyone, it's Drunken Otaku here, and I'm finally back with more Doki Doki Literature Club. So, we're on part 2. Yeah, part 2. I don't have any background audio right now, mainly so I can edit out the ambient hiss that exists in my house. Alright, that should be enough. Let's turn a little volume on. Hopefully that's not overbearing. And we're going to get started here. Okay. Alright, so we stopped on doing the second poem, I believe. Let's go through history real fast, refresh our memory. Saori, Monica, Natsuki. As far back as let you go? Okay. No, I don't want to quit. God damn it. Return. Alright, so we're already working on Purple Hair Girl, so let's keep going there. Existence. I don't like any of these, but okay, we'll go with anxiety. That's a big word. Not really, but you know. Philosophy. Essence. Contamination. Graveyard. Unending. Starscape. Effulgence. Misery. Hold on. Whoa. Are you okay? She liked misery. Okay. Tragedy. Oh, okay. So she likes stuff like that. All right. Infinite. Well, I guess melancholy would probably be for her. Unrestrained. Eternity. Agonizing. Daydream. Okay, she likes daydream too. So maybe it doesn't mean much there then. Ambient. Infallible. Journey. Determination, happening. Desire, heart, covet, embrace. Embrace. Oh, she likes embrace. Okay. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ryan. Yo. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being the club, that's all. I'm not doing voices, guys. I see. Well, that's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse? Why that all of a sudden? No reason. I just wanted to look at it. She nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She won't have any money, right? She's going to be broke and then be like, oh, I don't have any money. Can you buy this for me? Yeah, I see your game. I see your game here. She turns his head down and lets his contents spill into the desk. 2 small coins. I called it. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. Well, that's not fair. How'd you know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, and so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ah ha ha ha. Yuri, that was his name. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. Sure. Yuri! Tell Ryan to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. ... Did I just... I didn't mean that. I know you didn't. I got too absorbed in my books. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution. You're using the wrong word. Retribution. All right, I'm glad it was not just me going insane for a second. All right. I've had quite a bit to drink, so you never know. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? And don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, she does. She's pretty perceptive. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit for that, Sayori. Fwap! Who hit her? Qua! Nothing nowhere. Something smacks her in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! Was it Natsuki to hit her? What was? A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. I thought someone actually hit her, but no, they just threw a cookie at her. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Yeah, it almost did. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Oh. Sorry, hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Hey, you're mirroring exactly what I'm thinking. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. She clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. That's what you get for talking when eating. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. And Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why did I think he gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy you shared this one with me. She gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and then wraps her arms around her. Doll. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in the hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. So Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. That's exactly... Hey! That's a dick move right there. That's a dick move. Did you seriously just do that? She trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Well, she's back. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. I'm sorry, super sorry. Ah, there you are. I don't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. I've done that. Well, that makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring. Now, sometimes you don't. If you're like listening to music or deep in a book or sleeping. Not like I ever slept at school or anything. Anyway, I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. That's also a reason. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. Hey, I'm learning piano too. Well, I mean, I've played off and on again for years, but been putting more time into it than I used to. That and violin. Always play guitar, but I'm just trying to pick up more instruments, more fun things to do. That's so cool. Yeah, I agree. Music is awesome. You should play something for us, Monica. Sure, do it. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I agree. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ryan. She smiles sweetly. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really have the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Solaris' mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled around. Solaris somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Stuck in the closet! Hey, Yuri. Eh? Ah. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. Well, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? No, not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make reading time here being any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Speaking of something to drink... I'm not used to reading everything out loud, but people said they would like to hear me read it instead, just kind of reacting to it completely. So, that's what I'm doing. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind filled with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and settles the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts with her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of the long legs, she appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. Too curious. Not really. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's, Monica, mind your own business. There we go. Or do you want me to, or you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Ryan in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. I know this game's got some horror elements in it based on the description, not the description, but it has like the psychological tag, and it had like that warning at the very beginning, which I wish it didn't have. I would rather be completely surprised because right now that I know there's like, something that could be considered unsettling for people, my yandere tag is going off completely right now on Monica, Yuri quickly exits rooms and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. I get it. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I do agree. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Ryan, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Well, it's not really bad, so, Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. Make it perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. That's true. But you always amplify things in your head. Also true. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Nah. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway. What kind of friend would do that? Friend. You said the bad word. Yuri lifts her head. Ryan, I really like being friends with you. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. Daw. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah! Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Ryan, do you like oolong tea? I don't know. I have never had oolong tea, so I can't tell you on that one. Yeah. Stop lying. Anything's fine. Very well. She sets the temperature to the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Well, it's just good manners, I mean, when you do something, you should do it right. That's all there is to it. Oh. In that case, she'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I said I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. Well, that's good. When it's you was around anyway. Well, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. We'll start using the grumpy old grouchy voice. I don't know about that. Let's see. You're always worrying about me, Ryan. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I didn't know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's easier on my back. I can read my book with my back against the wall rather than bending over my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Well, that's not surprising, honestly. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Oh, you know why she has back pain, you dumbass. It's most likely because of my... Or you have an incorrectly sized bra. That's also another very common reason for back pain. Your posture, right? Yeah, let's just change the subject just a little bit. Always hunched over like that while reading, giving her a way out right there. Yeah, sure. I have terrible reading posture, shifty-eyed. So that's why we should just sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, we're even closer to each other. I can't see too well. She slides closer to her shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, though, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. She hands me my teacup. Holding with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might guess... yeah, chocolate and books is not a good combination. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Those eyes look pretty sad, actually. She holds it so I don't have any harder time of reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that doesn't mean I can stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, she closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... She looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Ryan? Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you're just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? Sure. I mean, not in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. She wants you to keep feeding her chocolate, so that's what you're gonna do, right? She tries to return to the book, but I can tell just from her expression she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. Nervously, I take another chocolate between my fingers. This time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? She does not avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling in rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, she parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone, cock block time. Oh, seriously. Monica. Wah! Ah! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Ryan, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without much of a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Well, we'll go with Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Yeah, I want to see what I wrote too. She stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Ryan. This one might be better than yesterday's. How do you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. She visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. She breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that she likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me happy. Yeah, that's understandable though, you know. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? She nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people will just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, she nods. Even your close friends? ... She doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Because she might not have any friends outside this club room, actually. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttling of a raccoon outside my windows. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed his strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. The satisfaction of others bringing them closer, bringing you more satisfaction yourself. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I usually force to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people will make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Ryan? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, feeding people chocolate. There really aren't many people like you. Well, that's exaggerating a bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Ba-doo-doo, ba-doo, ba-boo, ba-boo. Childhood best friend time. Ooh, I like this one. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Well, that's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. It really is, actually. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah! Me neither! Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like bittersweet as well. Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain clouds a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ryan. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Alright. Battles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottles, okay. And then I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. A friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow off the dust of my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time has elapsed. The empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through the locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in comes my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting and pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Whoa. Do you need help? She's definitely set off my keep an eye out on alarm twice now this episode. That poem right there. And then, when I was one of the words when I was picking out a poem. Holy crap. Did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. I think so. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. I don't know, man. She's your friend, man. You should probably... talk to see if you can get her to talk about what's going on. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Well, you know what? Maybe just expressing yourself with poetry is all that really matters. You know, as far as her, as she goes. You know what I mean? It helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. You know, sometimes just talking about something's good enough, and you know, even if it's through expressive works like poetry, writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. So I always getting ahead of habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Natsuki. I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Hey, your poetry's pretty good too, though, man. There can be lots of good poetry out there from a wide variety of styles. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother writing poems like this until you're Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short of all of a sudden. Don't tell me, eh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this kind of angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. You've been caught, buddy. Somehow I struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. Oh, come on, you're not that dense. I am so done with you. She shoves the poem and handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, I just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting younger girls step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Oh, we don't get to read hers? Okay. Monica. Hi again, Ryan. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering if you've been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style. I guess so. You can't deny she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. It's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going inside that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. It just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Oh. What? Really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. She trolled your ass. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, There's not anything really wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me. Huh. Well, that's different. Or does it lead me? I have to reread. Well, let me read the poem again. Damn. It's even more abstract than your last one. I like abstract, though. Aha! I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's like almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Aha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing difficult decisions. And when that happens, don't forget to save your game. Saving my game. Well, let's do a new save. Just be on the safe side. Alright. You never know when you might change your mind. Alright, thank you for letting me know. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? No, I think she's talking directly to us. That was just meta as fuck. What am I even talking about? Ah, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come out and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sari's been putting on posters, and I designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? What are we performing? A play? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Okay. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sorry, is putting on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Not really. Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I don't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we strive for the event and each of us put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And then the more people perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings! Being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Good pep talk. Good pep talk. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any argument left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Woo! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? ... She dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't have a choice. Yeah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no! Oh no! Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. She flips through her notebook with a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Ah, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ah, Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem's called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Sayori, Yuri. It's called The After Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered her, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to applaud. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. We applaud. Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. That was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay! I guess I'm next then. Sori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try to think of like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or something. Or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay, then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were reading this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Ryan liked it. I guess it's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ryan. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. I might as well let Ryan lower everyone's expectations. Say this a little before I have to do it. Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. No, don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that I'll prove over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. She begrudgingly gets up out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? That's the point? Or is that the actual title? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. She takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will always be easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be easier. It would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem that gives enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. But that's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time for today. I know the festival's coming up, so let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Ask her if she wants to walk home, too? I don't know. It's okay, Ryan. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I'll come with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's been being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... She fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. No? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. Well, we're going for Yuri for this route, so... Time to break your heart, I guess. Saving. See, these are the difficult choices right here, because, it's like, I don't know. I know what I'll do. Be right back. I was going to roll dice pick, but I decided I'm just going to go with the Yuri option. We've already been working the Yuri angle since the very beginning. And if I don't pick that, we'll probably end up getting the bad end for Yuri or something later down the line. All right. Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. Hey, at least you kind of did it in a nice way. Aha, you admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. That's sad. Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. I'm sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Aww. The conversation trails off, and I'm feeling awkward. But it was her fault for trapping me with that kind of weird question. I mean, I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That said, I said there was no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen at that time? I am worried about her, though. Well, maybe she's going to go yandere. There probably isn't. Fuck, I don't know. This could be a supernatural horror for all I know. Alright, pick our poem time. So she likes bittersweet, she likes cute, and she likes, you know, dark romantic horror type stuff, you know. So we're going to... The Unending Inferno. The Uncontrollable Melody. Oh, yep, so she likes melody. The Unrestrained Melancholy. The Infinite Passion. Oh, she likes passion. The Analysis. Hopeless. Oh, she likes hopeless. Okay. Effulgent. Unrequited. Oh, she likes unrequited. I forgot she likes unrequited. Starscape. Intellectual. Graveyard. The Entropy. I love Entropy. Destiny. Incapable. Vitality. The Dark. Oh, she likes dark. So, but you know, it's interesting that you don't have, like when you're picking them out, you don't have any keywords for Monica at all. In fact, you barely have any real interactions with Monica compared to like the other girls, it seems. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Aha. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're all willing to help me out for the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. Hey, she looks happy about it, actually. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm going to talk about our part of the festival. It's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all the kinds of delicious foods. She's got a huge point right there. You know, my school kind of did the school festival thing, like not like how they do in anime, which I'm assuming, Japanese schools do that. But I mean, it could just be an anime only thing for all I know. But we kind of did some festivals. They were fun. We had one where they have a lot of vendors set up. The classes didn't really do so much. Like some of the clubs would do some things, have booths and things like that, and they bring out. We have the giant sumo suits and a big old ring. And we have obstacle courses and fun. A lot of games and stuff. It was fun. But it's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Saori, and all of a sudden, Monica, do they have fried squid? I've had squid before. Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name. It's about the kanji, I guess. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Alright, so they're being meta as fuck right now. Eh? Ah, never mind. Yeah, she just breaks the fourth wall. That joke makes no sense in translation. It doesn't. Other than maybe, you could be like, Inca. I don't know. That's stupid. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. She's got something going wrong. I think she's like into you, and I don't know, maybe regretting bringing you into here, kind of like not really, but feeling guilty for feeling bad and being jealous. I don't know, maybe or there could be something actually like really deep seated, maybe some really bad shit's going on at home. But yeah, she's gotten issues right now. Hey, sorry. I waved my head in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Oh. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? She shows me a big smile. Smiles don't mean shit, buddy. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at the usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but, have you noticed anything with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I noticed anything about her. Yeah, okay. She peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Ryan. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about something that's bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just want to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, no. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she has a hard time bringing up with the person of her interest. Person of interest. What do you mean by that? I'm saying maybe the thing on her mind is you. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? And the Densest MC Award goes to me. Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Solaris talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Solaris is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different than she's always been. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's how she is when she's around you? ... I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear it from here. I sigh and sit down myself. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Well, dude, she's like, what, your best friend? Seriously? You know? Shit, if my friends are feeling down like that, man, you know, fucks me up too. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. I suddenly notice Yuri peering at me from under her book. She looks away just as quickly with a flushed look on her face. I realize that she won't be getting anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit down next to her. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, she didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts. How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot it based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not really that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah. She seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time. That's all. I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Ryan, the world is full of meaning often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. That is true. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Saria is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Yeah. And she may not always know what she wants. That's probably true too. I noticed her strange behavior today as well, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. So worry. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri said and looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I invert my gaze. Sometimes. A person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that you weren't fully aware in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not even nearly sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Alright, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Well, we'll continue to go our normal pattern. Yuri. Hey, Ryan. Your writing has only improved these last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I didn't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? She gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought I would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, she smiles sadly. During lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's great to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. I mean, I get the concept, you know. I mean, I'm a huge reader. I am. I mean, I have a massive book collection. I'm an obsessive reader when it comes to things, man. But you definitely, you get sucked into the world of the characters, and you just really enjoy everything going on, But I never use it as a friend substitute myself. But I mean, I get it. And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Ryan. That's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't even know how to talk to people. Oh. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't know how to make myself happy. Oh, this has gotten really deep. I have all these feelings, and all I can do is read and write. It wasn't until now I started sharing it with you that I understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful, that's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Ryan. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things, but every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Do you really see? Do you really see, buddy? Are you sure? Are you sure? You don't really see, do you? You roll a 3. You fail. Well, I treat you like I deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I can agree with that. I joined this club hoping I would make friends. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? She puts her head in her hands. This time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Alright, let's see what we got here. A Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendril of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering lights is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding? I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. The ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Uh-oh, buddy. I start to hand it back to Yuri, but instead of taking it from me, she looks away. ... Do you dislike it? No, of course not. I just don't know how I should respond. Did you pick up on the meaning, buddy? Did you? Are you gonna not apply for the most dense MC of the year award? Really? Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. Hey! You got it! That's fine. I understand this one. Hold on. A round of applause for Mr. MC Coon, who has managed to understand a poem. Whew. Good job. Maybe I'm congratulating him too soon, but I think that deserves a toast, and I will be right back. Ah, to you, Mr. MC, I toast you with gin and lemon bitters. And back to our game. Dot, dot, dot. Yuri's having a hard time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? She nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge from her lips. Once again, I try to hand the poem back to her. But instead, she gently takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can. The poem is... Once again, Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? She nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but hope that I can return the favor sometime. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. She finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says something. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. You should ask her on a date tonight. You know. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Alright, let's go talk to Sayori. I am worried. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. I didn't write this one for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Ryan. Sayori. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just feeling a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. This is depressing as fuck. Ugh. On my next playthrough, I'll focus on her, man. She's just getting too sad. If you insist. Yay. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, she cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even? Next! Yeah, it's like, once you start focusing on someone, they don't give a shit about it. No one else gives a shit at that point, other than Monica and the person you focus on. I wonder if you kept it even for everyone. There's probably a point system involved. I wonder if you could have a path where you just kind of, instead of focusing on anyone, you just chill with everyone, you know? Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. Hi, Ryan. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Let her take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've noticed how much time you spend with her. I think I heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's... It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the clubroom every day, reading that edgy novel with her. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all of her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't bad either, you know. All right. I get you. Just be careful, all right? I know Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could really be hard for her. Now that's true. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. Everything she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright, these are always interesting. Alright. I really wanted to read Sayori's poem, though, man. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. A lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift in the sky, victim of currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. A hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Interesting. You know? I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that gives life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know? There's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about the things that are more sad than happy. Haha, are you surprised? I mean, if everyone was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Okay. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That's good advice, honestly. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a sec. You just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviate from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Oh, come on! In your books, maybe. Look, the only difference is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. That shows some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well, so she went home early. Is that so? I hope she's all right. Seriously? Of all the times not to go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? Especially you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier. Everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. We might need a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sarah will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Natsuki's like, I disagree with that. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell that things are even harder on you when she isn't around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader of my own, then I won't grow as a person. True. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners and decorate to help set the atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Her expression suddenly changes. She stares at the desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Ryan. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have a pretty heavy task to handle. It would probably go a long day to give one of them a hand. You can always help me out as well. We're really appreciative of that. That's... Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? Well, how on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you couldn't be... If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Ryan may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I noticed. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Ryan too. What are you saying? You're being extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. The only thing I think is that the Ryan side I would like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really got the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. I'm sorry. Just saying, though. Jeez. Can't we just settle this already? Yeah. Ryan, you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Ah, of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. So you have Sayori as a child, too. Monica creeps me out. I'm on the Yuri path already. And if I pick anything else, will probably give me a bad end for her. Sayori, though, is really having issues. You know, I've been playing right at 2 hours now. I think I'm going to stop here. And then I will make my choice in part 3, which will be tomorrow night. Alright. Well, this is Drunken Otaku. I'm heading out for now. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all later. Hey everyone. This is the part of the video in which I shill for myself. I put it at the very end so you can easily skip it if you don't want to watch. All relevant links are in the description below. If you feel like supporting this channel, the best thing you can ever do is hit like and subscribe. But if you feel like taking it a step further, feel free to either follow me on my Twitter or join my Discord server. If you want to go plus ultra, I have a Patreon setup. If there's a show you want to see me react to that you don't think will ever win one of my polls, this is a great option. Finally, if you're planning on purchasing anything from RightStuf or J-List, I have links in my description that will kick back a bit of your purchase my way. And as always, I hope you have a great day.